Welcome back. You've made it through 3 of the trainings and now we're on to the 4th of this 4-part series, and it's working with formatting in Microsoft Word, and I'm continuing to work in the 2016 version of Word. So the last thing I'm going to do is we're going to insert another table into this document. However, this table is set up in a landscape format. And you can do that without messing up your document or having to resize your table. So what you need to do is you need to insert a section break instead of a page break. And then we're going to change the orientation of the page just for this new section. So I know that sounds really hard, but it's actually quite easy. So let's go to our table. And as you can see, I have a couple returns after that, and that's fine. I want to make sure I go to at least the second return after my table, and that's in case I need to insert anything under that table at a later point. I'll have the room to do it, and then I won't have to delete my section and page break. So what I'm going to do is go to the Layout tab, and I'm going to insert a page break. So I'm going to click there, and it moves it on to that next page. And this is great, so if I still need to add information here, I can. And then I'm going to click right behind that page break, and I'm going to go to the breaks again and do a section break. And when I have my section breaks, I have different options. And since I'm on the page before where I want the section to occur, meaning I want the section break to occur on the next page, I'm going to choose next page. And when I do that, now I can see I have a page break and I have a section break, and the section break is next page. So that's really important because it's this page where we want the orientation to change for our big table that we're going to put in. So I click down into that next page if my cursor hasn't already taken me there, and then under this Layout tab I can go to Orientation, and I can change this one to landscape. Okay, so when I do that, you can see there is a difference, and it's only changed it for that one. And then I'm going to show you, after we insert the table, how you change it back to the portrait orientation, so if I have more regular text I want to put in. So let's go to our document where we have that table. I'm going to go ahead and select that table. As you can see there, it's several pages long. It's 4 pages long. So I can go over to my margin area and triple click. And I've selected everything. Then I can go to copy, and then I can close this document. And then when I go to my new page, I can paste it in. So I go to the Home tab, and then I have my paste options. Remember, and then I can do plain text, which I don't want to do because I had all that nice formatting. And this is just a reminder. I can do the merge formatting, and this will keep everything, or I could do keep source formatting. And I could do that, but the issue with that is I have a different font in there because it was a different document, and when I want to keep that same font that I've set up for my report template that I did in session 1 of this 4-part series. So I'm going to do merge formatting. When I do that, all my information is in there, all my table, and that's good. Okay, so we have that put in, and it looks good. As you can see here, I had talked before about doing page breaks versus all these returns, because this is an example of that, and I had talked about that in the last session. So if I just keep hitting return, that's great. I can get this to go on to the next page, or something I could do would be to insert that page break. Oops, I undid a little bit too much. So let me go back to the top. If I want to get rid of all those, then I can have a couple there, that's fine. And then I go to insert page break. And then it's moved on to the next page. And I could do that for each one of these tables. It just depends if I want it on a new page. Okay. So let's just say we're done now. We know that we need 4 tables. We don't need any more. We'll fill in the information later. But we need to now set up so that we can continue our report. So I want to make sure I go to at least 2 paragraph returns after my table. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert another page break, which is great. And then remember, I like to do it this way so that I see them both together. I'm going to click back up to right after that page break, and after that and before the paragraph break. And then I'm going to go to the Layout tab, and I'm going to go to Section Break, Next Page. And then when I do that, I'm going to change the orientation. So I'm on that new page after the table with the orientation of landscape, and then I'm going to go to orientation and change it back to portrait. And now, as you can see, I can continue typing, and it's going to be in the regular format. So let me zoom out so that you can see this a little bit better. So as you can see, here is the entire document with all 4 parts of this series included in all the skills that we showed. So if you want to learn how to do this, please watch all of the 4-part series. Thank you for joining me, and hope to see you again next time.